about now? Can you hear me now? Hoping you can hear me. I always seem to have some kind of technical difficulties. What up, Green? Hello from Iowa. Hi, Katie. Yes, we can hear you. Yay, thank you. I think I was enjoying my motorcycle ride so much that I didn't get here in time to prep. All right, the press is going off. I will repeat all of those wonderful words that I said here in a minute. So 385, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Started off with a 6-inch wind spinner, and usually I just use hooks, but you guys most of the times are probably using gloves. This is coming off at almost 400 degrees. And you want to get the paper off as quickly as you can. And one of the things I wanted to let that sit just for a second, but you want to try to get it off as quick as you can. If you do have any issues with paper sticking, we would recommend just let it cool and then just use Windex or water. Generally speaking, you should not have much issues with paper sticking. So that's our 6-inch. Our most popular item has been the 6-inch in a 12-pack. And then this is our 10-inch. I'm going to press this cross next just to kind of show you this is something on clear. And again, you want to make sure you have, number one problem we have with paper sticking usually is caused by not having a Nomax pad. So that's an additional pad. Condi sells them. That's an additional pad. It's 1/2 inch that you need, especially on the metal. Then we put down craft paper. Try to adjust this just a little bit. So Nomax pad, then the craft paper. And then we're going to lay our paper down. And this one's a little bigger, so it's easier to see. We have these registration marks. So when you fold them over, you can make sure that they're aligned. Definitely do both sides at once. Same time and temp. For those of you that have not pressed two-sided, it's really no different. The biggest thing is just make sure that it's aligned. So we'll put that on there. And then another piece of craft paper. Again, medium pressure, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 385 degrees. Not sure when we started sound, but go through this kind of again. It does come with a swivel, does come with bending instructions, temperature instructions, and time. It will, obviously you're going to press it flat, and so you just put your thumbs on each side where the holes are and fan it. Okay. On a smaller one, you don't go quite as far. I mean, there's a point where it looks kind of nice, which is about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. And we take pride in our products and our service. So definitely, if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to us. Corey has been here 16 years, so he's probably our wisest technical person. So a lot of times you get him, especially on the website. We have lots of new things, like I mentioned earlier. Here's the Cottage blanks. Don, you want to say hi to the group? No. Don is in charge of our kind of graphic artists, and what else do you all do?
It's graphic artist stuff.
Templates, technical
design,
issues, some design.
Setting up cut files for cutting, things like that.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me my hair was so wild? It's wind blown.
Oh yeah, you out riding your bike?
Yeah, I was out riding my bike.
Yeah. Okay, it's good to see y'all.
Yep. We got a few people on there. I didn't have sound right away, so all of those wonderful jokes that I landed. Yeah. No, it's a secret. We have a secret thing Don's working on, so he's going to get me something to press. Definitely, if you can put in there, what size printers you have. I'm assuming most of you guys have 8.5 by 11 printers. We are exploring the opportunity of getting into selling paper. So I'm wondering if, that's a plus, if you guys have any feedback on that. There are other paper sales out there, but I know we recommend a certain paper just based on our experience. Like I said, we've been doing this a long time. So sometimes paper sticking, or getting your best results is also a lot about humidity, which we recommend the humidity not be below basically 35 and probably not above what, Corey? 50, which here in Minnesota, we struggle with that. It's like we're either humidifying or dehumidifying. We're definitely kind of focused on the wind spinners because that's what makes us different. But here's a larger one. I'm going to show you how to do that on your press, a 16-inch. We have lots of different blanks, lots of different great values. We're going to pull this off. Try to adjust this a smidgen. Again, you want to remove it as quickly as you can. Usually I just flip it over like that. The paper is really your report card. So you really want to see all the ink come off. So obviously you can see where the cross wasn't. If you do have ink that's left on the paper, that really has to do with your not enough probably pressure, not enough time, because the ink is turning to a gas and that's settling into the powder coating. But it's really cool how vibrant that turns out. And here's kind of the difference between the white and the clear. Let's see, I'm gonna put this 16-inch on there next. Again, if you have, depending on the size of, that's a pretty big print. Ours is 64-inch printers. If you needed help with prints, we have done that. So we have a price on prints. You're gonna have to call us to work that out. This one is, yeah, we can print. Yeah, thank you, Corey, for clarifying that. We can print your prints. Majority of the time, ours we sell on our own, so we kind of keep those to ourselves. There are some that we sell. So in this case, it's pretty much right to the edge. And so then we're going to fold this back over. And we're going to put the paper on top and get that going. Huh, there, Corey. It's this lady Katie wants a 17-inch roll of paper. We're checking with our current supplier to see what our options are. Here's another one. My printer prints 13 by 19. Another one 13 by 19. So maybe that 13 by 19 is a common size. That's bigger than legal, or bigger than 11 by 17 even. Thank you on the cross. So yeah, let me bend that. You don't have to wait till it's cool, but just to kind of show you how it looks and how easy it is to bend. even the bigger ones at the same. Line up the holes and just fan it out. Corey's better at it. He's been doing it longer. He's done thousands of them on the paint line. But you get a little bit more flash with the clear. The swivel just kind of hooks on the top. I don't know if you want to write that down. The one with the roll, Corey, is a F570 printer. What brand is that, Katie? Is that a Sawgrass printer? And we have these crosses in 2 different sizes. How many people in this group have pressed our stuff before? It's an Epson, Corey. Here's even a 3-inch spinner. Kind of held these up already, but this is something new, is the ladybug shape. We have lots of different garden stakes shapes, including this camper. One thing I don't want to forget is the best way to order is to go right on our website, cottageblanks.com or Metal Art Maker. They'll both take you to our site. And Cottage Blanks is where these printable dye sublimation blanks are. Shai, have you had, I don't know if I wish we could share the screen, but any of you, if you want to email me, I'll put my email in here. It's always fun to see other people's results. So I'll put my email address in there. So if you have things that you want to show off and show us how your things are turning out, that'd be wonderful. There's my email address. But if you want to go to our website, I don't know if this will show up as a link, but on our website, metalartmaker.com, we have a flash sale going on. And there's a separate section for that. And so there's some great deals on the flash sale. Majority of the items on there are $5, so we have some great value on blanks. And then there's pre-printed and blanks. So some of you guys have been buying both, which is kind of cool. There's some great deals out there. Definitely check it out. And the first few times we did that, if you participated, we did it. Almost forgot about my press here. Again, first thing you look at is your report card. So you want all the ink coming off. And same kind of deal. It's just a little bit bigger. I'm going to let that cool just a little bit. That's an animated eagle, which is kind of fun. I'm going to press a couple of our smaller items next, which is a smaller butterfly. And that's really the thing that makes us unique is the shapes and wind spinners. Lots of different types of ornaments. And we also can do custom things, state shapes. We have all the state shapes done for 8-inch wind spinners. So we've done that for some of you. Some of our blanks customers, we've done unique shapes just for their area. So we'll get that going. Yeah, airplanes. I'll show you this. And like there, I'll pick on myself. So a little bit of a stick because I wasn't paying attention. Probably the biggest thing is pressure, making sure you have that Nomax pad, and then time, make sure you take it off right away. So as you can see, that little paper stick I had comes right off. I would usually recommend that you wait till it's cool. It's just easier to handle. But otherwise, you know, if you're consistently having issues with paper sticking, definitely call us. That turned out really, really cool. So it's an animated eagle. So when it spins, wings go up and down, similar to the butterfly that we just did. Terry, thank you for your business. How many people have seen the new tables that we've been doing? So you'll buy a blank top, comes with a stand, comes in 3 colors. This is the silver vein. So these are all manufactured and painted here. We have a silver vein, copper vein, and then just a black. The tops are magneted on, and it's called a Versatop. They actually been selling very well. We've been getting great feedback from the Cottage blank kind of crowd. And you can, anything from like anniversary, birthday, a lot of people were doing anniversary related items. And let me see if I can put this all the way down so you can see. It comes with instructions, but you put the magnets right on the top of this base. This is a 16-inch part, so you could print it and press it on the Geonite 16 by 20. And then I usually put my foot on the bottom. The reason we're using magnets and the reason it comes with 2 tops, so it's versatile. So if you're doing something maybe 4th of July, you could have a patriotic type scene, or you could have something a little fancier. This is 16 gauge steel, so it's a little bit heavier, but it's been a wonderful new addition to our line. Janine, how did the table turn out, or have you pressed it yet? It's cool that you have one. All right. Again, you want to try to flip them over quick as you can. Here's our report card, all the ink's coming off. So that's usually the first thing to kind of see if you're having any kind of issues. Here's a really cool butterfly. These are 6-inch, and we have a hummingbird. Okay. Another thing that's been popular has been our cover for receiver hitch cover. And basically you press it flat and then bend it. So these wings bend up. I don't have one in here. Well, actually I do. Let me get one more thing on the press. I'm going to do this a little bit larger hummingbird. Again, registration marks, fold it over. If you don't have a big enough printer to do both sides, you can tape them together because you want to make sure it's not moving. You want to make sure on the animal parts, butterflies, hummingbirds, that kind of stuff, you want to make sure that you have the part laid the right way so that it matches. I'll start that again. Don came in and brought something back, but he didn't bring a print. Any questions that you guys can think of? Hi, Carol. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that F570, the Epson. The fun thing about dye sublimation is it's once you get into it, you want to keep kind of getting a bigger printer and bigger paper. A lot of our customers buy things from us that's already dye sublimated, so you press some of the small things yourself and then have us press some of the larger things. So definitely check out the larger things. And we also have a full catalog of, I don't know, roughly 1,400 SKUs of our own. One more thing I was going to press, but Don didn't bring me a print back. We are still working on getting this up, but this has been requested many times. Does everybody know what this is? So we got Sasquatch in 2 sizes. This one's a smaller one. It'll fit on this press. This one's roughly 12 inches. The other one's almost 2 feet. So it's kind of something cool. We sell to a lot of people up in Washington, up in the Northwest. So we get requests for that. So. Terry had an issue with the hitch covers. You definitely can call us on that. I mean, the only way that them will snap is if you bend them back and forth. So you must not have bent. We do have a video that I can send you. The only way it would snap is if you bend them back and forth. So they're meant to be bent just once. So I don't know if that helps you, but that's we've sold a lot of them. And plus you want to bend them when they're warm. So you want to bend them when they're warm, and powder coating has a high flexural strength, but you want to bend it when it's still warm. But if it snapped on you, that's the only thing I can think of is that you bent it the wrong way. It's kind of like a pop can top. If you bend it back and forth, it will snap off. The wind spinners don't, just because there's more material hanging on there, and you're not bending it all the way to a 90. Yeah, I used to do that with business cards, kind of bend it to prove how many times you could bend it, but that's a whole chunk of metal. Let's see. I think Don disappeared. Yeah. Well, he's the one that made the size, so that's okay. So again, take your paper off. I'm gonna flip it over. Check out your paper. Turned out really nice. If you have not checked out the silver clear wind spinners, definitely look at that. We got a lot of cool shapes. And again, we do have some digital downloads, but you know, this is a very forgiving pattern because you can tell it's a hummingbird. Same with the butterflies. It's very similar to the cross that we did earlier. You can have just a unique pattern, you know, like this butterfly. It's just a lot of purples and greens. So it's something that's pretty easy to create. Similar to the tops, on the Versatop, same time and temp, even though it's 16 gauge. There's lots of different things that you could do with that as far as putting images on. And we do have some digital downloads out there, and we're trying to get out more. We have some great deals, like I said, on the flash sale. We have some ornaments, lots of different ornaments out there that are monograms. You go right to our site and check that out. Hummer is very nice. We could think about that, a Hummer shape, I guess. Here's the wind spinner again that we did earlier. Does anybody have any questions while we're still kind of on here? For those of you that said you had the larger printer, I was going to go back and see what size that was again. 17, 13 by 19. Yeah, so that wouldn't quite work for these. The one Katie with the 17-inch, you could do a 16-inch wind spinner. That 17-inch roll is kind of nice. We'll do one more, just larger wind spinner since I have it here. Registration marks, fold it over. It's kind of a pretty cardinal. When you're doing something that's right to the edge, what I've found is it is very forgiving because of the heat and the time and the pressure. But you just want to make sure that you have it as close to the center. It's kind of like the tabletops. The tabletops kind of go right to the edge. So you basically are filling up the whole press. I'm going to put our paper back down again. I tend to use this top piece and the bottom piece over and over and over. I'm kind of frugal. Saves you money, so you don't have to keep throwing that away. Definitely check out our other items. Yeah, the Bigfoot is a brand new blank. It's so new, Corey doesn't even have it yet. He's still mysteriously looking for Sasquatch. That is 22 gauge. I guess the fun part of this, Corey, is you could, there's no front or back, so you could have two of them facing each other. I don't know if that was Don's intention or not. Don's is as elusive as Sasquatch because he came in and then he disappeared. Okay, we'll wait for that last one to come off. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it seems like a lot of states Sasquatch is popular, but yeah, up in that Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, it's a very popular thing. We'll try to get some designs up right now, but that's a pretty forgiving pattern. Any kind of a wilderness pattern, I think, would work. Corey, do you have any questions that came on the website or anything you want to chime in on? There's Corey over there. Corey's chilling at his desk. He's got, what state shape is that? We can't quite see it. Maine. So Corey's working on Maine. Corey's the brains and the customer service of the organization. Don would be the creativity. Erica would be maybe the glue that's holding us together. Nobody's saying anything, so maybe they're all in agreement. So yeah, we got one more thing on the press. About a minute. I'm gonna see if Don has that. Probably not. Any luck?
Yeah, I just got to print it again.
No, on
Yeah,
my
I
end.
can't find my working file over
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. Huh. We'll have to press the Sasquatch next time. Things I definitely want to show you guys that I don't maybe talk about enough, but what we're really known for is the grind pattern. We have an employee here, Willie is his name. He's been here 15 years and he loves grinding. So here's an example, of this mermaid where it really works, where it's white powder coat base up here and then a grind on the bottom. The whole back is clear, but it's kind of the difference between the grind pattern, which works with a mermaid. So that's a fun one where we're doing two-tone. All right, we're gonna pull this last one off. And the trick, like I said, is just like a hot potato. You want to try to get that print off as quickly as you can. You want to make sure all your ink is coming off. But don't be afraid of doing two sides. Can't tell once you really can't tell which is the top or the bottom. They're identical because of the time, temperature, the thickness of the metal. It's not that thick. There's probably not a lot of two-sided dye sublimation parts out there, so this wind spinner is a perfect example. But a wonderful kind of image there with the cardinals. Again, same thing for bending. Holes on the side, push it out with your thumbs so you get that fanning motion. Erica, you should be proud I'm wearing my gloves for once. Actually left them here. Let's see. Erica, do you have anything you want to comment on, or definitely go to our sale? Flash Friday sale is what it's under. Yeah, we're making some new packs based on your advice. Well, it's amazing how fast that seems like it spins with a 16-inch. We got the new catalog is coming out, lots of new items. And we're always trying new things. Remember, we can do custom. Remember that we do state shapes. That's in an 8-inch spinner. We appreciate your business. Definitely buy American whenever you can. I know sometimes it's hard, but we appreciate that. Keeps kind of the economy and jobs and everything going. If there's something that you don't see that you'd like to see, shoot me an email. I put it in the comments up above. Our phone number, I'll put in here just in case. We also have a really good chat that Corey mainly watches, but on the website. So if there's questions or things that you have, here's our main number. We did make some of the packages smaller, so that'll be coming out soon. Some of the larger dollar items were in 12 packs, so we're reducing those. Corey went down to 3, I think. 3 of them, so it kind of helps for you guys to try some of those things. Well, we appreciate your business. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful Wednesday and the rest of your week. And thank you for your business, and thank you for watching.